reminds me of a time like 10 years ago when I had this amazing, beautiful out of body experience where I was shown the history of salvation. And again, it was very abstract and nonlinear, but I was taken through the entire history of the world and was watching salvation history unfold. And what happens is these elements and these energetic components of it become known to you in a way that is, and this is, when we talk about the vibrational knowledge, this is when that's happening, where you're literally learning vibrationally what will then slowly emerge into something that you can maybe codify at some point in words. But there are a lot of experiences that you can have in the out-of-body travel state that will remain abstract and nonlinear, where there's these multiple realities, these multiple spheres that are merging together, that are working on our unconscious, our subconscious minds, teaching us things and bringing things together so that we will then reach another birth point where that knowledge will become more clear to us. But that's actually a very, very common process throughout the out-of-body travel experience, that you will have these periods, not even necessarily always periods, sometimes periods of time, sometimes just a few experiences in between things and people can get very frustrated by them because it's like, wow, that was so important. And I know it was so important. Why can't I remember the details? That's the abstract, nonlinear stuff. And that's, ironically, it's always a good sign because it means something is being formed within you, something that you are being taught that will come to fruition, but it comes in its own time. There are a lot of people too who think that when they have a night where they don't have any memory, nothing happens. Once someone is having regular conscious out-of-body experiences or some type of lucid dreaming or mystical experience, they think that if nothing happens, that's a bad sign. And that's not actually. That's part of the ebb and flow of how the energy moves, where we go unconscious in order that we might be prepared for the next step, which is the next conscious event. It's a necessary part of allowing ourselves to receive those energies and vibrations that actually bring us knowledge through vibration. Because we talk about how knowledge is not information, it's vibration. This is what you're seeing in your experiences. This is how that vibration, AKA then knowledge, is going to move. So there's going to be an ebb and flow. It's going to pull back and then thrust back up, pull back, thrust back up. Then you look at it kind of like a staircase where you're going higher and higher and higher close to God, but there's always going to be a little bit of pulling back, going further up, going further down, going further up. As long as that movement is actually on an upward slant, you're doing okay. But in the beginning, you're going to be going through periods where you're going to be on one plane of movement with that energy in order to go through that period of understanding and attaining to that knowledge. And then you'll be, okay, I'm done here, and I'm going to be taken again to the next step, whatever that might be.